Hi guys, as anybody who owns a roller team will know that the freshwater system can be a bit of a pain to empty. You've got two options. You either run the pump until it eventually empties. Personally, that just ends up giving you extra life on the pumping system, which probably would best avoid. The other option is to get to it, and you lift up these two little plugs inside. One plugs to actually empty it, similar to a bath system. You've got two options there. You've got 25% where you leave one plug in, leaves 25% in. The other one completely empties the tank. Both methods, in my opinion, are a bit naff, to say the least. So what I've come up with is a much more simpler solution. Let's first look at what you have to do to get to the tank currently. So if you'd like to follow me. As you can see, you have to take up all the seating areas, all the back panels, whatever else, and all the nonsense around it to eventually get to the tank. Then you have to lift up the tank, or lift up the cover to the tank. You undo this big cap, and inside there you'll see basically two little plugs. One slightly higher off the ground than the other. I can just make it on the camera. Basically, you lift them up and effectively empty it, as similar to a bath. So I'm going to show you what I believe is a much simpler method. Right, first thing you do before you start is you get yourself some hose. Now you can use any hose. I went for clear just so I can see the water actually travelling down the pipes much easier. You want about 2 meters of it effectively, but so what you do initially is you're going to undo your filler system and feed the pipe through. Now you'll notice with these roller teams can be a bit of a pain because they've got like a lip inside them that actually causes a problem to the hose to get in there. So once you've fed your hose through, now what I've done with mine, I've got a marking on it, and I'll explain what that marking does in a minute. So if you'd like to now go back into the motorhome, this is the initial setup of it. Your hose will be a lot longer than what you need. Right, now what you're going to see inside is where you've fed this clear hose into the water system. Now the idea is what you do is you get, initially when you're setting up, you get someone else to stay in the van and check where the hose is, and then what you effectively do, you make a marking on the outside of the hose how much you have to push it in to reach the bottom. So now you know how deep you need to push that hose in to get to the bottom of the tank. You make a mark on the hose, and that's going to be your empty mark. And as you'll see from down here, you've got enough water, enough hose to allow the water to actually drain. So all you simply do, once your marker's in there, you suck on the hose to obviously get the water flowing, let it do, and literally you can leave your water there to drain completely off, which I'll demonstrate later. Now once you've got this marking, there's never any need really for ever lifting the seats up at all in the future. All you do is you leave everything in place. When you decide you want to empty it, fit your hose like so up to the mark. You know the hose is actually at the bottom of the tank, so when that stops siphoning off, you know the tank's completely empty, and it's sorted. I'll demonstrate this working. Now when you're filling up, you can actually purchase these water fillers which slide in and twist, and then you can obviously put your normal filament, as in like your quick release hose lock type filler on it to obviously fill up the units. Okay, so now the motorhome's got some water in, so just to demonstration purposes, you'll see you push it up to the mark in question. Now I've actually only got one mark on mine that actually completely empties, but you could actually have a second mark on there so that you only empty 50% of it, for example, or 25% of it. So you could actually even get your levels of fill by having different markers for different purposes. So anyway, so in my case, I'll leave it on there, and as you can see, that fully now empties the tank. And you can actually see the water running down the pipe, so you can even establish when it starts running low, you'll see obviously the air running down the pipe. And that's as easy as it is. Every time you want to empty, simply put your hose in up to your marker and then siphon it all off, and then all you do when you finish, you simply just roll that small piece of hose up and store it with yourself. Hi guys, thanks for watching it. Hopefully it was a little bit useful to you. Certainly a useful method for me anyway. As I say, don't forget, click on the likes, subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the future. And thanks again for watching. Cheers and thanks.